And he's made his way into the base. Where is he going to drop? Is he going to go to the back corner? There's a single mining target fires. It could be a disaster. Oh, he only manages to get a couple of those.
Oh my god, he's killed so many SCVs here.
That was an unbelievably successful attack by MVP. But at the same time, one Banshee is already heading straight on over. I don't think there's going to really be that much preparation. Is there any detection left? Is he going to mule? Is he going to mule? Is he going to mule? I think he recognizes.
No, he knows. He won't mule. But he's got nothing to stop it anyway. He's got no ground units or anti-air at all.
Oh gosh, MVP is still continuing to be just so annoying with these drops. He's going to be pulling all the way back to the backside. Marine might get picked off. Oh no, and it looks like the mine is going to do a huge hit. Injuring so many of those SCVs, and now all of a sudden, it's up to 4GG. 4GG has to do as much damage as humanly possible with a single Banshee. MVP does have the scan, but MVP does not have the anti-air.
In all honesty, I would have preferred MVP to go for...
oh my god. What a crazy game on Daybreak of all maps. Looks like there's the scan going down. 4GG needs to cloak and run. He needs to cloak and run. Oh, MVP is not paying attention.
Is there enough to deal with this?
And suddenly, oh my god, I don't think MVP has the scan up. This is exactly the sort of situation where 4GG thrives.
Well, this is just a crazy game here. They're both at 20 supply.
Oh my
SCV's falling left and right. There is a turret up for MVP, but there isn't yet for 4GG.
4GG almost has a Viking up. Oh my god, 18 to 22, 18 to 21. What are we watching? MVP doesn't have that finished expansion command center. This is just a weird game.
18 supply to 22. I love the fact that MVP went for Widow Mines to use scans, into Cloak Banshee to use more scans. Just the double set of attacking units that both require scans to deal with.
Yep.
There just wasn't anything.
And
it was a beautiful build.
And now 4GG is going to be able to build those SCVs 2 at a time. He's going to be able to mule 2 at a time. Wow. Well,
crazy
I guess I can lean back, like my shoulders were hunched up.
Yeah, crazy game. I don't even know the SCV counts. We haven't really seen the unit tab too much here. But it's pretty close, of course. MVP in slight lead.
Well, I think 4GG is doing a smart choice getting this Raven up. Not only
the unit tabs on the Korean stream. It's 14 SCVs to MVP, 12 for 4GG.
Wow, that
is incredibly close. And of course, they both have a command center up now. Neither of them actually got an orbital yet. MVP's going for it first. He's got a turret down on the natural as well.
You know, I think this was a smart choice for 4GG to get the Raven up with only 12 SCVs. He really is hurting hard in the mineral front by getting the Raven up. He doesn't have to spend extra resources on turrets. Uh-oh, he's going to run headlong into that turret.
Yeah. All right, so this game's going to start to stabilize a little bit, but surprise or not, it's 11 minutes in the game. You would never think so, considering they're both at 30, 40 supply.
Oh my god, I mean, even... Oh, wow, that's way more Vikings than he needs.
All right, so Hellion Viking, the flavor for both players in this game. Very solid when it comes to defense. They just deal with anything and everything all at once. We will start to see them slowly go over to mech. I'm interested to see if someone has the balls to go for an armory, considering the amount of Vikings that are out here.
Oh, I think 4GG is just going to go double Viking production. He's just going to be blasting out as many Vikings as he can, as many Hellions as he can. There's a Hellion encounter happening right in the middle of the map. MVP's getting caught out of position. He needs to just do one more big blast and pick off those Hellions, but there's the Banshee there.
Yeah, this is going to become interesting because they both have to win the air fight. If 4GG has too many Vikings, he can start to use Banshees of his own again.
Yep, and there it is. Moving right on in. He's going to be chilling right there. Oh my god. They're about to pop out. 4GG needs to engage. And there it is. Point defense drone goes down. Oh my god. An absolute disaster for MVP. He's going to be losing all of these Vikings. Uh-oh, uh-oh. 4GG needs to control this properly. He could have gotten that extra Viking. What's happening? Control.
Oh, Viking's going to walk home. That's what's happening.
Smart decision from MVP, but right now it's this Viking. Or excuse me, this Banshee that's dealing most of the damage.
MVP has been mining on his natural quite a little bit longer here, so he's got a lot more resources than 4GG does at this point. And what we'll see those resources used for a couple of factories down in a couple of moments for MVP. And also 4GG will do the same, but he desperately needs gases on the natural. Both players do, in all honesty.
Yeah, I mean, 4GG, throwing down 2 factories right there. 4GG just declaring, I'm going to be going for huge Hellion numbers all game long. He's building the factories on the 2. extra add-ons that he has. Looks like he may very well be going for Blue Flame in this circumstance to try to tip the favor with a key upgrade. In this circumstance, as you say, MVP way far ahead. I can't believe that MVP managed to figure out how to pull ahead in that crazy exchange that began the game.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of Hellions coming to this game for 4GG, and MVP's got to really focus on getting the bunker down, maybe creating a wall off, switching over to tank shortly. But he needs these extra factories down, which he's just waiting until he has the right amount of money to build them. He's got the gas, but he doesn't have the minerals floating. At this point, with these mules coming down, and any second now, he'll actually throw down these factories, and that's when we'll see the production that will deal with Hellions come in. But until that point...
No, wait. I don't think he's actually going for those factories. He's going to be going for Hellbats. There's the armory going down for MVP. 4GG has a timing window that he can strike and deal massive damage in.
Yeah, he does. The factories need to come down for MVP. And if they don't, there's going to be way too many Hellions. He may just get overrun.
Yeah, I'm actually, if you look at 4GG's gas, he's only just now put extra workers into gas. He may very well pull them out of gas soon. There's the Banshee beginning to move up 4GG.
MVP, where are your factories?
Oh.
He's got the armory coming down. Granted, he'll get +1 from it, but still, he needs more units. He actually needs more units.
Uh-oh. Banshee coming in. This could delay 4GG's push a little bit.
Yeah, it might bring him back with the Vikings. There's another drop coming to the main base or something, I think. I can see on the minimap. There it is. 4 Hellions. This may be enough to pull him back. And this will buy enough time for 4GG, or will he just continue? He was indecision.
Oh my god, oh my god.
He's going forward.
He's going forward, being able to produce Hellions 5 at a time. 4GG decides that it is safe to go ahead and perform this counter swing.
MVP, oh my god, even more. But what is there at home for MVP too? Both players just
oh my god, both players going for the counterattacks, but MVP has the advantage of those Vikings being at home. 4GG has still sustained ridiculous losses. Needs to make something happen. It's only just kill these off. These Vikings are just decimating everything. 4GG continues to go for these aggressive plays, and they just pan out poorly again and again.
MVP has just killed pretty much every SCV. I don't even know what's left there. And he's going back to mining on these units trapped. They're dead. MVP sticks it to 64 supply to 39. 4GG's in a world. He's got no SCVs. I don't even know his SCV
gosh, I mean,
count.
if he just pulled back, played conservatively, just a little bit
SCVs.
longer. Five SCVs.
To 31. 41.
41.
Seen that on the Korean stream. So many SCVs.
Well, I mean, if you just subtract these numbers, you'll see that 4GG actually has a slightly larger army. With everything that's said and done, it is this one tank that is coming out that is going to have to be the big key in this circumstance. The Vikings, I don't even think, will stay in the air very long. Yep, there they go, landing on the ground. Beginning to make their way forward, and here's the big moment. 4 auto turrets get tossed out instantly. Wow. Uh-oh. SCV's repairing the bunker. The bunker goes down swiftly. Looks like he's pulling back. 4GG's immediately getting some huge swing up into supply. MVP has almost only SCVs in this mixer. It's time to lift up. It's time to lift. It's all up to that siege tank. 4GG's trying to make his way up. 4GG with such a strong attack, but the single tank coming out, it doesn't even fall. 4GG at 19 supply. MVP has defended.
MVP's on the verge of taking the 2-1 lead here, as his defense was good enough. And 4GG is just down. He's got no SC, he's got none on that expansion, and he's probably got 0 in the main. GG! MVP takes it 2-1 so far in this best of 5. First player to reach 3 wins, and MVP's 1-1 game away.
Oh, that was such a close spot to be in. I mean, if those... You know, it's like what DJ Week calls the what-if game. You know, what if he had left those Vikings and that Raven home just a little bit longer? What if 4GG had waited just 15 more seconds before he moved out? He would have shut down the drops that crippled him, and he would have attacked back with 25 Blue Flame Hellions. He would have had the Viking lead, and he could have busted through for a win.
Super aggressive, super fun, super entertaining games here that we have between these two players. And the unfortunate victim of this series, SCVs.
Wow, the next map, 4GG's choice of map. It is Neoplanet S, LE. Exactly the sort of map that 4GG plays well on. But you know, we've seen this so many times out of MVP in so many different series. He's so good at throwing a little attack out and then defending any unthinkable amount of aggression. So what happens? Well, he kills off all your workers, and he's fine. This has happened again and again and again and again and again. He just accepts all the attacks, let them happen, and just always seems to strike his opponent right when his opponent is in this situation where he's like, how do I pull back? Do I go all in? 4GG has forced it to happen twice.
That's right, and it looks like we're ready to load into the next map. Who's going to take it? Can 4GG pull the comeback? Let's find out. All right, down here in the bottom left, it is 4GG from Millennium. Both players from the Europe region. 4GG feeling the heat a little bit in the booth.
And up in the top right, has won back-to-back games by having incredible defense. It's LGIM's MVP.
All right, what do you think we're going to see in this game?
Well,
anything and everything.
I think MVP is probably going to be going Reaper, expand into the standard Hellbat drop. And I actually think 4GG will too. Oh yes, MVP.
MVP, MVP,
Go
MVP. All right. Let's see if your fan favorite's going to win. There he is, MVP. It's one game away. Is he back to where he used to be? It's the question that's on everybody's lips at the moment. And he very well could be if he wins this tournament. I think it'd be the sickest comeback.
You know, it's so easy when a player is down 1-2 to just be like, well, it was a good run. The number of times that a player has come back from 1-2 to win at 3-2 is surprisingly small. If your opponent is good enough to have taken the lead, then. And especially when you're up against MVP, winning 2 games in a row against MVP is so hard. And that's what 4GG has to do.
4GG is going one barracks command center, no gas whatsoever here. We will be looking for that command center quite early on in this game. On the other hand, MVP did take a gas.
He's going for a reactor. It looks like he's going to be going reactor expand.
I think he's going to go reactor Reaper at this point.
Really?
Yes. Yes. If you don't get any unit before the reactor, you can get 2 Reapers by the time the reactor finishes up with the gas time that he's got. And then we'll expand behind it. Getting a factory at this point slows down everything. It doesn't quite work out with his build. And he gets the opportunity to do quite a lot here against this one barracks command center, if that's the choice he goes for.
Oh, again, 4GG playing quite greedily. He's going, there's 1 Reaper, there's 2. Great read there, Apollo. I mean, especially against 4GG, who does the greedy plays. 2 refineries before getting the second supply depot up.
The thing is MVP has the choice to go to 4, which isn't common. You usually stop at 2 and just expand and then wait to get the factory and then just go over to normal play, get the factory, go up to army, blah, 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 blah. But he may choose 4, depending on, I mean, he's seen the command center down. Let's see if he takes the risk to go up to 4, because if you do go up to 4, that's later factory, you build slowed down in hope that he can do a lot of damage.
Well, there's one more.
Oh
my God, he's going to go 4 Reaper.
Yeah, this is really big right now. MVP's throwing a lot of resources in this, but he knows he can get in the main base. The bunker on the natural is useless. MVP can just jump straight in. The factory's coming down for 4GG. He needs a Hellion. It's that simple.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to begin picking off that worker that's building that factory. The longer he delays the factory, the longer the Reapers can continue to do damage. There he is. He goes straight in there. Wants to hang by the barracks. Nope.
Yes, slowing the factory down.
Boom, takes it out. And 4GG with a very swift response. MVP pulls away, and it looks like 4GG knows exactly what he's up against.
MVP's going to pull the Marines back to the natural, and then by the time that he swings around to go back in the main base again, ideally the other two Reapers should be with him. So he's going to jump in the main base with 4 ideally here. He wants the Marines to come down.
MVP's following it up with 2 more barracks. We have not seen Bio play in so long. God, MVP has the full gamut of play in every single series. So amazing to see. Here the Reapers come right on in. No Hellion has been produced yet. Where is that Hellion?
There it is.
Just gets started. That's 15 seconds late on that uptick. And there it looks like 1. Will 2. Oh, he loses a Reaper. A little bit of a sloppy move there by MVP. If he loses the second one, that would be quite bad. But we see the starport coming up for 4GG. He's going to try to switch on over to something like a drop, something. Oh, no, it looks like he is going to be going Hellbat drops. But wow, MVP already preparing with that bio play.
MVP needs double tech labs on his barracks to get stim and combat shields at the same time. He's going to play bio. He also needs to throw down a bunker on the natural in case he gets overrun by Hellions, which is very much so a case, and that can happen in this game here, especially because he's adding on 2 tech labs to his barracks.
Very smart play here right now by MVP. he's just going to pick away at this command center to ensure two things. One, absolutely no SCVs can ever mine, and also to get a sense of what is being produced at 4GG's base. Maybe he can bait a couple units out and pick off a Hellion like he is about to right now. If he turns around, that's going to be one dead Hellion. Woo-hoo-hoo, nice reaction time there by 4GG.
Oh, he needs to try and get out. Oh, he's actually going to take a fight because he knows that if he runs away, he'll keep on getting shot by this Hellion. So he's trying to bring down the Hellions. Looks like one Reaper will fall, but the other two should get away here. But he's also going over for 4 Marines, Combat Shields, and Stim on the way. So ideally what MVP is going to set up now is he should be expected, he may even scan the main base shortly of 4GG to see the armory and to see what's set up. He may know it's coming anyway because of the way that 4GG likes to play. But he'll set up a defense in the main base with Marines who've got the bunker on the natural. And then he'll just counterattack with Stim, Combat Shields, and a massive amount of units.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think this is very smart to try to go as soon as possible in 4GG's shoes to get a sense of what's going up. Really excellent players.
Oh, the Reapers are going to do it for the scan.
God.
Instead of a scan, the Reapers get everything.
Really nice play there by MVP. I mean, right now in 4GG's shoes, say something, Apollo.
He's going to be able to come around this left-hand side and go in the main base and see the armory. He now knows that units need to be in the main mineral line and on the natural just in case that they both come, and he will set himself up this counter-attack. He's got so many minerals in the back. He needs the 3rd command center and he's extra barracks.
Uh-oh, and he sees a potential push
moving
coming
out
right
is
now.
really poor decision from MVP here.
Yeah, this is...
Unless he's going to say, screw my economy, I'm just going to come and kill you. That's the only thing that makes sense for MVP at this point.
I mean, right now, 4GG really needs to step in there. Start building extra Marines. He's building those extra Marines right now. MVP is not mining in his main base. 4GG needs to defend this attack at home. He needs to. In the most extreme sense of the word, right now, MVP is about to unleash an attack that could end the game right now. Where are the SCVs? Oh no, they're way too late. Loads up. He loads up SCVs. He is not paying attention now. What is going on?
Good spread, good spread. The Hellion bats get dropped off, but there's not enough Hellbats here. The Medivac's are going to fall down if he gets focused.
Oh my god, the 2 Hellbats coming out of time. 16 Marines, 8 Marauders. They're even in worker count, but right now 4GG is trying to perform a redrop. 4GG has a lot of units queued up there. Some excellent angling here by 4GG. Has yet to lose a Marine sitting there in hold position. Both players focusing on the micro battle at the front, but it looks like MVP has been able to break through. But gosh, 4GG's doing a lot of damage with this little tiny drop.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of damage, but there might be too many Marines coming out from the barracks. Remember, Mules all continues to land, and MVP's broken the natural. All the SCVs are gone. He's taken a 20 supply lead. 4GG's in so much trouble at this point.
A GG! MVP advances to the semifinals.
What a build. Pulls it out, changing from game to game. And he knew that was going to be difficult. Look at that smile. He knows how good 4GG is in Terran versus Terran. But he goes to the semifinals.
It's amazing to think that as this tournament continues to step forward, we get more and more tip-top players who have more and more hugely decorated titles to their names. I mean, Soulkey and SOS, the most recent WCS champion, the most recent Protoss hero, the most recent Pro League superstar on the first semifinal. Now we know MVP, arguably the most successful StarCraft 2 player of all time. Actually, upon getting that win, MVP has actually now taken the #1 most prize money won award.
Congratulations to him.
2. Wow.
And the deeper we get into Heart of the Swarm, the less questions surround MVP's form as he continues to get better and better and better. And it is now time for my favorite part of the show, the interview. Look at that, EU next to his name. See that, EU, Europe, fighting.
Well, let's find out what he has to say. Right now they're asking him, how does it feel to have taken down one of the biggest TVT players in the quarterfinal?
Feels pretty damn good. GYR.
I like it. Hello.
Oh, hello.
It's good to see you. Translation right now.
Sorry.
That. So they're asking him, what on earth were you thinking doing that bio play in game #4? No one goes bio anymore.
Well, a lot of people do think I'm one of the best in the world, and I tend to agree with them usually. But I have to lend favor to the guy that came in my booth, the coach. He told me to do it. He told me to Hellbat drop. I did it. I won. He told me to go bio. I did it. I won. He's respecting his coach or friends. I'm not sure which one it is.
Very deferential.
Yes.
So if you could translate this next question for us.
Absolutely, absolutely. So the question was, you were almost back to where you used to be. Not yet, though. But how do you feel about people surrounding your form?
He's saying that he wins a major championship every 2 months and can't understand why everyone keeps calling him in bad form.
Oh, that's why the Korean casters went, oh.
Either that or they saw a scary ghost. Ooh, we don't believe in ghosts here. We believe in Gosu's skill. Let's do that next translation, Apollo.
I'm listening.
Okay. So they're
Okay,
saying
it's a very simple question, this one, I think.
yeah.
Did you get it? Yeah, go ahead.
Your next opponent is very likely to be Innovation. How do you think you'll fare against him?
All right. And will you win this tournament? I think they just...
Just threw it in at the end.
Yeah. Well, Innovation is regarded as one of the best Terran players in the world right now, but I am back. That is my slot as the best Terran player in the world. I am coming for you, Innovation.
Did you see that wolfish grin he threw out?
I'm coming back for what is mine, says MVP. And the crowd, they're so excited. He's coming for you, Innovation. He's coming for you.
I saw him with his words. He did one of those slit throat motions.
And that was when the camera was on the crowd, so you might have missed it at home, but he definitely did it.
Definitely, 100%. So give us the final question, to Apollo.
All right, so you're coming for Innovation, and you're expecting Innovation to beat Alive. What do you think will happen in the finals, in the best of 7 tomorrow at the Jam Shield Gymnasium?
I think that I will blindfold myself, turn off my monitor, and close my eyes. 3 layers of blindness. And my trained muscle memory will lead me to victory versus Terran, Zerg, or Protoss. Even if the winner of Sulky and SOS chooses to play Terran, I cannot be defeated by a race switcher. Wow. Wow. Is that not...
That was... MVP's got many words.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're in Germany for the WCS Europe Finals, you may not have seen him express himself, but he's in Korea. He's back at home. He's got a lot of words here. I think they got one more question. They just keep on rolling these Korean casters.
If you want, I'll translate the final question.
All right, you go on. Go on.
So they're saying Alive could potentially be your opponent.
Yes.
Team Evil Genius is Alive, played brilliantly in his group. Do you think he has any chance of defeating Innovation? And if so, do you think you'll be able to beat Alive?
So, Alive hasn't played in Code S in a long time. I heard Code S. He hasn't played in Code S in a long time.
Yeah.
I respect him as an individual, but he is nowhere near on the same level as me in Innovation. So I'm not even considering playing against Alive.
I even saw him tap those medals and say Alive ain't got this bling.
The crowd are
love that.
applauding his answer. He ain't got that bling. Some words, some sentences may be lost in translation. Just keep that in mind. We've only been in Korea for a couple of days.
Although some sentences might be lost in translation, others are found in translation.
Day 9, we are the best interviewers.
We are probably
Translators.
we are the premier Seans in esports.
I couldn't think of another one that's up there with us. Sorry, chef.
Well, that does mean there's only one best-of-5 quarterfinal match remaining. It is going to be Evil Geniuses Alive versus STX Soul's Innovation. STX Soul heralded as, by many, the best player in the world right now. However, MVP had some choice words to say again and again and again and again. He said it like 8 different ways in that interview. And we're going to get the chance to see if Innovation truly will be able to measure up to that.
That's right. So when we come back, the 4th quarterfinal will be happening.
이름은 정종현이라고 하고요. 아이디는 LG IM MVP를 사용하고 있고 종족은 테란이에요. 유럽 대표 1등으로 진출했어요. 가고 싶었던 대회이기 때문에 진출하게 돼서 너무 기쁘고 이렇게 힘들게 온 만큼 꼭 좋은 성적 냈으면 좋겠어요. 라이벌이라고 생각하는 선수는 딱히 없고 딱 한 명을 꼽긴 어려울 것 같아요. 전 선수가 다 어려운 상대인 것 같아요. 나는 대한민국의 프로게이머 정종현이다.
My name is Ilya Satori, also known as Stefano. I'm playing Zerg and I did top 2 at WCS Europe. I enjoy the city. It's quite different from what we have in Europe, but at some points you get kind of bored of it because it's always very repetitive. But right now I only stayed for 3 days, so it was okay. I think my rival would be MVP most likely because he beat me last time and I need to get revenge. Last time it was kind of bad result for me. He beat me 4-1 after me winning the first map, and I'm kind of disappointed by that. So I do want to meet him again and show I can do better. I am kind of scared, to be honest, because right now in the finals there's quite a lot of Zergs and my worst matchup is like a ZVZ. So not very confident about that. And in my group we are 3 Zergs for 1 Terran, so it's not the best for me. But I think if I go past the groups, I can do very well because I'm quite good against Terran and Protoss right now. My name is Ilya Satori and I'm French pro gamer.
네, 제 이름은 김동원이고요. 아이디는 액션 0이라는 아이디를 쓰고 있고 북미 리그에서 4강 안에 들어서 이렇게 하게 됐습니다. 처음에 대회를 했을 때 이렇게 시즌 파이널에 오고 싶다는 생각을 했는데 오게 돼서 굉장히 기쁘고요. 남들보다 좋은 기회를 잡은 만큼 열심히 해서 좋은 성적 내고 싶어요. 근데 이번 대회에서 라이벌이라고 생각하는 선수는 양준식 선수가 될 것 같고요. 왜냐하면 같은 팀이기 때문에 스타일도 많이 알고 그래서 제일 무섭고 그런 것 같습니다. 나는 대한민국의 프로게이머 김동원이다.
안녕하세요. LGIM 소속의 황강우라고 합니다. 종족은 저그이고요. 이번에 한국 예선 5주기로 순위 결정전에 나오게 됐습니다. 어렵게 올라온 만큼 각오가 남다르고 그리고 열심히 해서 좋은 결과 있었으면 좋겠습니다. 라이벌이라고 생각하는 선수는 없고 그 이유는 제가 그 선수를 견제하면 제 자신이 밀리고 들어간다 생각하기 때문에 저는 딱히 그런 생각을 가지고 있지 않고 제 자신과의 싸움이라고 생각하고 노력할 생각입니다. 나는 대한민국의 프로게이머 황강호다.